Welcome to No Bummers. It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want, and the only rule is
No bummers.
Each week we will talk about the things that have fascinated us for the past week, and then each of us has also brought a topic that the other two hosts don't know ahead of time. There's not really any rules. It can be about anything we like that interests us, or just kind of whatever we want. Morgan, why don't you start with what your hyperfixation of the week has been?
Well, I had COVID last week, so my hyperfixation was playing Disney Dreamlight on my Switch.
Did you get to Scar?
Listen, I have not gotten very far at all because I turned the game on and then I'm like, I have to clean up my island. And so I spent like an hour like destroying all the rocks and harvesting all of the veggies. And then I'm like, I'm done playing and I get nowhere at all.
So you're like a bajillionaire with rocks.
Yeah, I have like nothing going for me except the rocks. But it's really fun. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a Disney game that's similar to... What?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, to Animal Crossing. I am not a gamer.
I'm just dying that like you've not done any of the story.
I played for hours.
Not doing any like
she's just sweeping up around.
There's whole storylines where it's like you help Remy find ingredients for different dishes.
I've done a few of those.
She's like, I've picked apples from the orchard.
She's like, I smashed all the rocks.
Yeah, I'm doing really good at that.
I Hulk smashed all the rocks.
I did.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It is excellent.
It's been really fun.
It's very fun.
It's a cute little game. And that's probably been what I was fixated on.
That's kind of what I like about it, too, is it's not, like, intense.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to just go smash rocks for an hour, you can just do that.
Yeah.
And so she has.
And I did a great job of it during my quarantine time. So.
She's like, you know what? I have a hankering for rock smashing.
Time to smash some rocks.
Click. Click.
Jackie, what was yours this week?
Easy.
Yeah.
Midnights by Taylor Swift.
Tell me about it, stud.
Okay, so I drove to St. George this weekend. Listened to it nonstop on the way to St. George, nonstop on the way home from St. George, with one exception of the entirety of the Reputation album, because I was like, I want to see how many words I know. I know all of them.
Never fear.
Yeah, so I listened to it, and then it's the only thing I've been listening to. For a split second, I was like, oh, let's listen to Speak Now. And then I switched it right back to Midnights.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's my hyperfixation, the whole album.
What's your favorite songs? You asked me mine, and then I didn't ask you yours back like a good friend.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, but... No, okay, so I love Should've, Would've, Could've.
Mm-hmm.
Off the 3 a.m. edition, everyone. I love Bigger Than the Whole Sky.
That song
is very sad.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true. Someone said that they think it's about a miscarriage.
I think so.
And I am devastated if
I know.
True.
Well, because in the lyrics, she talks about an Asian bird.
The stork.
A stork.
Right?
I'm like, what else could she mean? Which is so sad.
Okay, when you texted me about that, I had
like
no
idea. Saying that to Morgan, and Morgan's like, I don't.
So she texted. I had no idea what you were talking about.
You're like, oh.
Jack's like, the Asian bird.
I worked last night, and so I was like...
She just never responded, so I was like, fell on deaf ears once again.
Okay, so she gave me some songs to listen to, so we were kind of texting about that. And then she said, have you listened to Bigger Than the Whole Sky? I'm pretty sure it's about her having a miscarriage. And I said, that's so sad. I'll add it to the list. And you said, she says something about a bird from Asia. And that's this is what you said. And that's where storms are primarily from. So I was like, I was like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. And
I have to listen to it. You're like,
I've never seen a storm that didn't come straight from there.
I was like, is there something that I don't know about how storms originate? And then I was like, you know what?
She's like Googling like the meteorology of Asia.
Storms come from.
I didn't answer because I was like, I have to make dinner for 9 like mentally unwell teenagers. Like I cannot talk about this right now. So that's why I didn't answer, because you said storms, not storks.
Amazing.
But I'm understanding
no clarifying
now.
question, so I was just like, yeah, so let that sink in.
She gets it.
She gets it. No, okay, but
that makes a lot more sense.
Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Love Anti-Hero.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's favorite.
Lavender Haze, Maroon.
What's Anti-Hero about? Do I need to add that to the list?
I told you Anti-Hero on the phone. I called her and told her to listen to
There
it.
was a
We'll
lot.
listen to it on the way home. Don't worry.
Okay.
Anti-Hero is really good. The music video is excellent.
It's funny.
Yeah, so funny.
I mean,
she's just a. Did you want to talk about Bejeweled?
I did. It was not too much trouble.
I was standing in the doorway of Trent's room last night and we were talking when you texted me and you're like, Laura Dern is in the Bejeweled music video, and I said, dang it! Jackie spoiled it. I was gonna be so excited to talk about it. Laura Dern.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think I knew that you liked her.
That makes sense.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I watched Jurassic Park and I was like,
Hubba.
about dinosaurs?
I never see her videos the night of. It's normally like the next day at 11 a.m. But then I was scrolling.
But you just felt in your gut.
Yeah, I just like, I could smell it in the air like that.
When I tell you I could have passed away.
When you saw the picture.
I may have gone catatonic for like 5 to 10 minutes. It's so good.
Laura Dern is
she's the wicked stepmother.
Oh.
In
it's
this
a Cinderella,
video.
like it's a Cinderella story.
Oh.
Yes. And there's so many nods to Speak Now. It's like unreal.
And the Haim sisters are the wicked stepsisters.
It's so good. It was cute.
The band Haim. Do you know them? No. Okay.
No, but they sound great.
They're great. She was in.
There's 3 of them.
One of them was in Licorice Pizza. She was the main girl in Licorice Pizza. Did you see
What's Licorice Pizza?
I'm gonna
All right, everyone. That's it for Cade's Culture Corner.
Write that down.
Pizza.
Yeah. Or is it something you can order at Papa John's?
Licorice Pizza is a movie.
That
Crack
one of
open
the
a movie
Haim
book every once in a while.
one
really
of the Haim
busy.
sisters is in.
I'm really busy smashing all my rocks.
I gotta.
I couldn't be bothered.
And I'm way behind on a bunch of stuff.
Okay, but yeah, those are my favorites of Taylor Swift's.
Yeah,
I like them all. I think a little bit. Like I love Midnight Rain. That one's good.
And I just want to take a minute on this platform to defend her, because I've heard a lot of people disparaging Taylor Swift, saying this doesn't sound anything like Evermore and this doesn't sound anything like Folklore.
It's not supposed
and
to.
the thing I would say to those people is Miss Taylor Swift does eras, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And
we just
about
were
if
talking about
anything, Folklore and Evermore are the redheaded stepchildren that don't sound anything like her previous stuff.
I agree.
I would agree with that.
If you came on board for Folklore and Evermore, you're
Welcome.
going to be.
Thank you for coming. We're glad
Thanks
you
for saying
joined.
that. I was not going to say that.
No, we accept all and
We
everyone.
do.
But it's like, don't come in here.
Being like,
Don't
what?
like hate the players when you don't know the game.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, and I love Folklore and Evermore. Again, what Cade said, welcome. That was totally, he stole the thought right out of my head. But yeah, she does eras. She sounds a little bit different in all of them.
Every time.
Yeah, and that's why we love her.
Deal. Yeah.
That is why we love her.
She gives us everything. The whole gambit.
Yeah, Morgan.
You guys are so precious to me.
Oh my gosh. We love her. We want
I
her
knew
on
that
the
was going to
show.
be Jackie's hyperfixation, though, so I picked something different.
Can't wait to hear it.
Basketball's back, baby. The
Hell
NBA
yeah.
started last week.
What's your favorite song from the NBA?
Tell them who your team
probably Everybody Get Up. It's Time to Slam now from Space Jam.
Come on and jam.
I don't know what the name of that song is, but it rocks.
Welcome to the jam. Welcome to the slam. One of those. I don't know for sure.
something. Welcome to something.
is.
to the Space Jam.
Everybody get
I'm
up.
being
It's time to
informed
slam now.
by LeBron James himself.
LeBron James.
Yeah, basketball's back. The Jazz are just rocking it. They beat your Nuggets. So sorry.
Not
about
hard
that.
to do. I could beat the Nuggets probably.
Nikola Jokic, you heard that here first.
How are my
What's his
Phoenix
first name?
Suns doing?
They're pretty good. The Suns, I think, like, yeah.
I don't keep up with any sports, but I used to watch them when I was little, so they have a special place in my heart.
So 6-year-old Morgan and I should have a chat sometime.
Yeah, you know, she would have a lot to tell you about Steve Nash.
It's like they run really fast.
That's okay. 6-year-old Cade didn't really like to watch sports, so
Oh.
yeah.
So we would not have a lot to talk about.
Well, like me, I could talk to you when you were younger, and you
Oh.
could hang out with me when I was younger.
What would me and younger you talk about?
Probably just like art. We'd probably just draw.
Okay.
That is.
I mean,
is
if that's
so
what you want to do.
My mom was telling me at church on Sunday that my nephew, he's 3, he's going to be 4 in January, he was drawing during the meeting, and he was getting frustrated because the drawing wasn't coming out how he pictured it in his head. And so he was like getting vocally frustrated, and she would have to be like, okay, you need to like quiet down. And she's like, it reminded me of you when you were a little kid. And I was like, that's kind of embarrassing a little bit.
Oh, that's so
tender.
cute.
She was like, you would just draw and you would get frustrated because in your head it was perfect and on the paper it wasn't.
Your little ravioli hands couldn't quite get it right.
Yeah, I'm holding a crayon and like
You just breaking it up. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, basketball is back. So welcome to the Slam. The Jazz won their first 3 games.
Hell yeah.
They were projected by literally everyone, including myself, to not be that good this year. And they still could
you
not
didn't
be.
even
No
have faith in
Donovan
your own team
anymore.
Donovan Mitchell's gone. Rudy Gobert is gone.
God.
Where did they
Robert.
go?
Donovan is in Cleveland.
Ruby
So
Gobert.
he's back playing with my boy, Ricky Rubio.
Okay. Ricky's gone? I didn't even know that. Nobody tells me
Ricky's
anything.
been gone for a minute. Would you like Jackie can send you Taylor Swift updates and I'll send you NBA updates?
I think I probably need that if I'm going to keep doing this podcast.
All right. Homework assignment.
But anyways, I just am happy that basketball's back
Nice.
because I like to watch it. Morgan, what's your topic this week?
We're going to play Would You Rather.
I would rather not.
Too bad. Sorry.
There. I win.
Give me the crown.
There were some really nasty ones. I'm going to try not to have us do those.
Smart.
But I want to know which one you'd rather do and why. So don't just answer and be done.
Are we both answering?
Yes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Okay, the first one, we'll do an easy one. Would you rather be super itchy all over forever or be super sticky
Oh,
all
hell.
over forever?
All over.
Probably sticky.
I think so too.
Because itchy, I would notice it. I don't know. Because you notice the sticky too.
Like my hair would be sticky too.
Says all over.
Yeah, is this like a
I'm
full
guessing.
body stick?
Yeah.
I
full body
Dunk
stick
Like
my
or
body.
itch.
I'm trying to get out of bed in the morning and I'm like peeling the covers
Oh
off.
my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna
Itchy.
have to go with itchy.
Just that is making you say itchy?
yeah, the bed thing that
Can
like,
I can't like clean it off ever.
No, it's forever.
I can't use cortisone cream for my rash that's all over my body.
I mean, I guess it depends on the level of itchy too. If it's like itching powder, unbearably itchy.
Yeah,
then
you're
sticky.
gonna like claw your own skin off.
But if it's like light sunburn itchy, then I would do itchy.
yeah, which one
Does
is
that make
it?
sense?
I don't know which one it is.
So it depends on it depends where on the scale.
Yeah,
how
I
sticky
can see
am
that.
I? Also,
Fair.
I just feel like I have to pick itchy because sticky, like other people would notice it. Like if you're itchy, that's just a you problem. Like,
But my problem is I would vocalize it and make it everyone else's problem.
I Can you imagine you're like on a date with a boy and he's like, oh.
And it's like
stuck to you? Yeah.
You're like, sorry. It's my condition.
Like, I'm gonna crawl back into my salamander hole, I guess. Like, you'd feel terrible. No, I have to go with itchy.
I think sticky.
I think itchy probably for me.
Hell yeah.
Just because you bring up an interesting point. No one would know I was itchy. I'd probably get used to it. Right?
You get used to being sticky?
Yeah, and I don't know if I would. It drives me insane.
I feel like I would be just taking showers all the time, just like hoping like maybe this one will work, you know? It's like when you have a sore throat and it hurts, you just keep like drinking different liquids because you're like, maybe this is the magic cure. It'd be like that.
Spoken like a woman who had COVID last week.
What liquids did you drink, Morgan?
So many. All right. Good to know. Okay. Would you rather have your farts be super loud and smell like nothing, or be silent and smell horrible?
Silent and smell horrible. I feel like you could.
Again, what's the frequency we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Is it like I
let's
can
say
rip one loud fart one time a day?
Let's say it's like your normal farting average, but you have to pick one or the other.
Trouble.
We're in trouble.
Either way, it's not going to end well.
I don't typically.
You don't fart?
No, I don't fart like around people hardly ever.
Unless
it's an accident.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a normal fart, you know.
I would pick loud. Because then I'd be like, excuse me for 2 seconds.
Well, then what's the difference between...
That's why I'd pick smells horrible.
Yeah, that's what I would...
But what if it
I guess because you
wouldn't...
wouldn't...
Sticks to
what if
you?
It lingers?
Because I'm sticky from the last question.
What if you like
you're
go
sticky
into... You're
fart.
sticky and stinky. What if you go into like a conference room, fart? This is my biggest fear, by the way, is that I do something like this, go into a conference room, and I think I'm alone.
So if you work
and then
with
it's
Cade,
like a bunch of people walk in, and I'm like,
like we're on with Tokyo. You're like, damn it.
Oh, I wish you had told me that previously.
I wish you would have sent an email.
So I would pick loud, I think,
but it wouldn't smell like anything. Okay, I agree. Because I kind of agree.
Because actually. then I could like run away, and then even if I feel like it's easier to like feel embarrassed about it, but like get over it if it's not stinky.
Yeah,
like if it does happen around people, and you're like, oh my gosh, that smells so bad, you feel a lot worse than just like
you're like, I don't know what's going on inside my belly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have a disease.
This upsets my condition.
Can I tell you guys a story that a man told my mom, I think, in an attempt to flirt with her?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me.
He like cornered her at a Christmas party, my poor mother.
No.
Yeah. And he was like
a church Christmas party?
Yeah. He was like pretty nice generally, but he just was really weird this one night. And he like came up to her and just like started talking, and then he was saying that he had like gone on a date or something with this lady, and that he had like burped, but like a silent one, and then she'd smelt it, and it had smelled so bad that it had made her gag. And she was like, oh my gosh, like your stomach must be so upset if you farted like that. And he was talking to my mom, and he was like, I was so embarrassed. I couldn't tell her it came out of my mouth
with your mom
instead of my butt. I swear he was.
I picture Diane like cornered at a Christmas party with like a plate of hors d'oeuvres. And she's like, why are you telling me this?
I would just like to eat my Ritz crackers and Cheese Whiz in peace. Thank
you. I know she's going to listen to this and be like, he was not flirting. I swear he was. Because I was like watching it.
Oh, you watched it happen?
Yeah.
I thought this was like in her like young 20s.
No, I was like 17. And I was like, Mom.
Morgan was sitting at the table.
He's like, I burped and then she smelled it and gagged. Why would that ever?
He was like, You had to have seen it. Like,
was it like he was trying to be funny?
Yeah, like he was like trying to tell her a funny story and he didn't realize like, oh, this is a story that only like my guy friends would think was funny and not a woman that I'd be interested in pursuing romantically.
Damn.
I mean, there's part of me though that it's like if a girl told me that story in a tactful way that like it was actually funny, I could see it being funny. But it depends on the delivery a lot.
And the environment.
The situation.
Yeah, like if we're telling embarrassing stories, like then perfect. But if he's like, hi, ma'am. One time I farted and it smelled bad, and then the lady she
almost threw up.
Yeah, and then she said that my belly was upset, and then your mom's like, oh,
like I don't want to finish this veggie plate now. So
yeah,
thanks.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
I'm probably not doing him justice. He probably said it funnier, but in my 17-year-old brain, I was like, dude, you're bombing hard. I don't know. Like, stop.
So
all right.
the mouths of babes.
Okay, next one. Would you rather get rich in a way that disappoints your family or just make enough money to live?
Get rich in a way that disappoints my family.
Hesitation.
Not even at all.
Absolutely not.
Hello? You're rich?
You don't want to get rich?
If the caveat is it's going to disappoint my family, no.
You're not doing it?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not blaming you or judging you.
No, but like if I'm like, yeah, I do OnlyFans, my dad's
you're like, hey,
oh.
I sell feet pics online.
Oh, my dad would be like, first of all, they wouldn't even be disappointed. That's the tough
Wouldn't
thing.
even bat an eye.
Yeah, my dad's like, all right, let's do a down payment on a house, you know?
He's like, let's boost up that Roth IRA you got.
Especially feet pics. That's no big deal.
Right.
I mean,
if it was like, yeah, I'm selling crack or something, it'd be different. But like, disappoint is not disowned. Right? I'm like, I disappoint my parents all the time.
But you wouldn't do it.
I mean, I guess it depends on the level of disappointment too.
Like think of the words disappoint versus like, well, yeah, Cade, we cannot continue a relationship.
Yeah, is disappoint like they're upset about it for a year?
I wish
and
you
then
weren't
I'm like,
doing that.
All right, let's go on my yacht. And
yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, they can't stay mad at me. I'm rich.
What?
I'm paying for everything.
I'm like,
what do you think you could do that would disappoint your family?
That's part of the question. I think
be a podcast.
Yeah. No.
So disappointing.
No, I think probably anything with drugs, anything with lies. My parents would be like, you cannot do that. Disappointed.
Anything with lies. Like you're a professional liar.
Well, like, no, if I'm like a money launderer or something, like,
oh, anything
dishonest,
anything illegal.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything illegal. Disappoint, I would do it all day. I think I'm gonna be rich, Morgan. Don't look at me like that.
I am not judging you.
Stop looking at me with those judging eyes.
I will remember this once I've reached the top.
Listen, I feel the same way as you. I think there's a lot of things I could do that would disappoint some members of my family. Not the whole. Some family members would be fine with it.
That's what I'm saying. I do
you know
stuff
what I mean?
every day.
Like if I threaten my mom all the time that I'm going to sell feet pics online, and she's like, "Don't." So
okay, but like if I was
did,
making money,
right?
Diane, I won't let her.
Diane, he has no say in what I do with my pictures of my feet.
Very true.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I'm rooting for Morgan's feet big business.
Like genuinely, I think if I did something like that, where like to me that's not that big of a deal. I feel like my mom would be upset. Maybe one or both of my sisters would have something to say, and they'd be like, "Just don't tell our kids about it." And I'd be like, "I wasn't going to."
Hey, little nephew, you want to get rich quick?
Like,
hey, my 8-year-old niece
Aunt Mo to career day.
I sell feet pics
pictures of her
on the
feet.
daily. Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, I think the keyword is disappoints.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
not disowns. They don't hate you.
No,
they haven't cut you off. Like, yeah,
no, yeah. I think we're golden. Honestly, I think that's a great idea.
Be like, Mom, I can take you on a cruise.
Like, I need to take some
heartburn though?
Huh?
I have heartburn about it.
What do you think you would do that could disappoint? If you were like, Mom, I have now decided to do this as a job, what do you think she'd be like? Oh my gosh.
The same, like obviously anything illegal.
Selling
if it
feet
was
pics?
like, yeah, probably.
Really?
I don't think my parents would know what that means.
Oh.
And you quickly
and now I'm
explain.
gonna have to explain.
So sorry about that.
You just take pictures and some stupid guys buy them, you know?
They're dumb.
That's the part that I think would freak me out too.
Who
Is I know
has
it.
them?
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I'm like, I got
exactly.
the money, you know?
I don't think I would think about it past the point of giving the picture.
Once that check hits.
Yeah, I'd be like, whatever. It's my feet.
I
don't even
am not
like
getting
my
paid
feet.
anything for them. So if that's all it takes,
It's a tangible asset I own.
I have owned my feet for 26
Hi,
years.
sharks. I would like to offer you
My feet.
a 10% stake in my feet for a $400 investment.
$400. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you would have to present me with like, here is what you would do, and here's X amount of dollars for me to say yes or no on that one.
Okay. Noted.
I hate to say it, but
I like having money, so
I know.
I mean, I do too. But if someone's like,
you're not acting like
but yeah, not that, not
You're
for
like,
that.
I prefer to live in my
Well, because I think about like,
gross.
I just like my family too much.
Okay, I like my family
Did I
a lot.
say you hate your family?
No.
Yes.
No. Objection.
Roll the tape.
Objection hearsay.
Oh, our producer overruled it.
Unbelievable. Are you overruling mine or Jackie's?
Or mine.
It seemed like the thing to say.
You just decided
You know
to
what?
say it.
I appreciate the fairness of this trial. I will not further block these proceedings with any unrelated non sequiturs or statements disparaging the other parties.
Keep it going. What else?
You said so many smart lawyer words just now, and I'm proud.
Do you want to know why? The other thing I've been watching a lot has been the Waukesha parade trial. This is a big bummer, everyone.
Oh my goodness. It's
Waukesha?
so frustrating.
So
There was a guy who allegedly drove his car into a parade.
It's not really allegedly.
It's I say
Allegedly for the sake of I don't want him to sue me.
Right.
But
It's alleged that he did that. It's pretty clear that
he drove
did do
his
that.
SUV through a parade, killed 6 people, and injured 61 other people.
Jeez.
And his trial's going on right now, and he's
representing himself, right?
And he's not good at it.
At one point, he
I
built
didn't mean to.
like
Built
a
a
barricade of boxes, and the
around.
judge had to ask the cop or whatever in the room to go move him. And he's like, "Why are you moving my boxes?" Like he's not doing a great job.
Oh, wow.
Closing arguments for today. The jury has the case now. Hopefully we have a verdict soon. I'll keep you updated here on Court TV. Cade Larson reporting live outside the Waukesha County Prison.
That is what these microphones make me feel like. Don't make
Channel
unnecessary journeys.
Don't swim in the
Don't
sea.
swim in the sea.
Next question.
Oh, I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah.
We're doing would you
Next
okay, this will have to be the last one. Okay.
Thank you for being mindful of this court's time.
Okay, thank you. Would you rather this is intense, you gotta listen with your ears.
The last one
Don't
was
roll your
not
eyes.
intense.
I was listening with my eyes.
Would
before.
you rather know the date of your death or the cause
Did
of
we
your
talk about
death?
this last week?
Did you?
No.
Did I talk about it with you?
Okay, Morgan
I'm
and I are
having
going to
some
continue with it.
Wicked deja vu. I swear we talked about this with Hunter last week.
In what way?
No?
I don't remember at all.
This will be so funny if it's one of those things where
Who
you
was
did talk about it and we just can't remember. Like the ghost in my workplace.
What about it?
Oh, Trent did a great job editing this video. because
You
we
do
were
a
like,
good job.
oh, did we record that part? And someone was like,
then it says,
yes,
"No, we
definitely.
didn't."
And then the subtitles like, we did not, in fact, record this part.
You're so funny.
It should be noted for the record that Trent does an amazing job, and I don't know half of what he does.
Yes.
And he just
If
kind
you
of
don't know half, I don't know
plops it out.
1/16 of what he does.
He is an incredible producer.
Thanks, honey. Carry the 4.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so going on. The date
this
of
is
your death or the cause of your
easy
death?
for me
Okay.
I know it too.
because I swear I talked to you guys about this last week. I talked
Did
to
you,
someone
talk
about
to your
this.
workplace friends or
or your mom.
workplace
Maybe.
friends? Why did I,
went-
say that?
I
They're
went-
pronounced coworkers.
I went and played board games with some work friends on
Yeah, workplace
Saturday.
friends.
You know,
And
friends
maybe
of the
we
workplace.
talked about it.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I wasn't here.
I would know.
I had
You weren't
COVID.
there. You didn't. I thought you were there.
You didn't go to his bank's game night? That's weird.
I know I'm
come
really a
on.
hot commodity for bank game nights.
Crack open a book about a bank game night every month.
Why don't you? I was there.
This one's easy for me. I would much rather know the date
Same.
because I can get my affairs in order and have everything ready. And then it can be like, oh, it's a month away. Quit my job.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
Easy.
Do you get that? Like
Yeah, I can see that.
that's where I see, like, to me, it feels like a no-brainer.
Yeah. I don't care how I die as long as I know when.
Actually, that is not true. I very much care how I die.
Really?
Speedy. Get me off this planet at light speed.
Absolutely. But like,
But I
mean,
wouldn't care to know.
I'm like, if I'm going, I'm going, right?
Because then the problem is then you get like a final destination kind of thing going
Oh
on.
hell.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess. Yeah,
Would you rather know the way you die?
I would say the cause, but that's because I'm hoping that the cause would be like of old age. And then I could be like, oh great, I'll pass away in my sleep someday when I'm old. But if the cause is like
But what's old?
drowning, I'd be like, damn, I have to avoid
really
every
could be
sense
any
of
time.
water.
I know
So,
that's why I say
I guess
dates,
that is a
'cause I'm
gamble.
like, I can do whatever I want
Because
I know it's, you know.
you would have so much time to like come to peace with literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if I could say, like, I know on this date I will die, by the time that day arrives, I would wake up and be like, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I wouldn't have any unfinished business. No
You-
chance I'm coming back as a ghost.
No.
I
You know?
would love to be a ghost though. That'd be pretty
I
fun.
wouldn't be trapped. Yeah. Listen. I agree completely.
Yeah, I think you've convinced me on that.
Because if you're say you drown.
Thank you. All rise for the jury.
If you know you're gonna drown, you'd be terrified to go into any water.
Yeah.
Right.
if
You
you know
would
you're
live the
gonna
rest of your
burn.
life in fear.
Exactly.
I
it
think
would
that's like
cause a lot of anxiety. But if you
Or if
know,
it's like you're going to die in a car crash, you're like, well, I'm never getting in a car again.
exactly.
Yeah.
It would cause a bunch of anxiety. But if you were like, I'm dying May 4th, 2061, okay.
Yeah, I think
No
that's
worries.
like my way of trying to like trick the system because I'm like, well, if I die of old age, then I'll know that it's going to be like in a while.
But that's a gamble.
That is a gamble, and I'm a gambler.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did Fun write that song about you?
Yeah.
I love that song
That
so
is
much.
a very good song.
Don't make me cry. I love that song.
But yeah, I think you've convinced me. I want to know when. Because you're
Thank
right.
you.
And
I've
then
had
it
a
would
lot
be,
of time to think about it since
You
the
know-
last time I talked to someone about it.
You know what's like
If you're out there, comment down below.
What's like a mind like twist or what's
Mind frick.
yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. But it's like, what if it's like, oh, you're gonna die like at this time, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna get all my affairs in order and do something fun, and then you like do something fun like go on a cruise, and then you die because you're on a cruise.
That's fine.
But you know what I mean? Like,
So I'm
what
not gonna
if
be there.
because you know when it is, that's why you die?
Oh, you're saying like if it was causation of your death.
Yeah.
Because you're like.
Because it's like, oh, well, you're gonna die May 25th, and you're like, great, I'm gonna plan on being
But-
on a cruise.
But does that matter?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Not to me.
Like, to me, that's still the same thing.
I don't care. Like, I don't care if I know I'm gonna die regardless,
Like if
I don't really care where it is or how.
If it was the kind of thing where it's like I know I'm gonna die on January 10th of whatever year, and then it gets to that date, and I'm like driving, and my car starts to slip on the road.
You're like, oh,
then I'm like,
this is it.
All right, see y'all never.
Yeah. Don't you think?
I don't know. That's how
that's how I think.
I feel like once I got to that day, I would just have everything ready to go, so that then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
you'd be.
But I get what you're saying.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
like would you cause your own death
because you're like I know I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go do something reckless. Like you're like, this is my last day on Earth. I know I'm gonna die today, so I'm gonna go skydiving. Then you die skydiving. And you're like, well, was that me or was I gonna die anyway?
I think my last day, I don't think I would do anything like that.
No, that's what I was just gonna say.
I think I would get all of that stuff out of the way. Go skydiving beforehand. Go swim with the sharks beforehand. Go do all of that stuff. If I knew the day I was gonna die, I would jump into that reef with the sharks. So happy. Mm-hmm. Just let them swim all around me, pet them, boop their noses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same as him. Like I would do all the crazy stuff leading up to it.
And then that day I would be like, I'm going to have my friends and my family over. We're going to have a big breakfast. Mm-hmm. And then I choke on a hard-boiled egg and I die.
Did you eat the hard-boiled egg?
I'm like, with this egg.
I end my life. No, but that's how I would say is like, or what I would do is like, do all the crazy stuff because I know I wouldn't die.
Yeah.
Like it would give me a sense of like bravery, I feel like, or like, I'm okay because I know I'm not going to die until May 10th or whatever. So then on May 10th, I'd be like, guys, let's go to Red Robin.
Yeah. It would be like, good. I want to go and like enjoy a last day with my people and not do something crazy. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And I'd probably let my family know too that I was going to die on that day.
Oh, absolutely.
And then be like, hey,
I don't know that I would tell them until the day. That's my mother. Are you kidding me? No.
Well, what if you told her years in advance?
Absolutely not. Mm-mm. She couldn't.
Really?
She couldn't handle it.
Same with mine.
I don't know if my mom could or not. I guess we'll see. But
I guess it depends. If it was like very far in advance to the point that like she maybe wouldn't be here either.
Yeah, she's like it's like 50 years from now. Yeah.
But if it was like,
but then it doesn't matter 15, for her anyway.
Right.
I
don't know.
Well, because
I don't think I would.
Well, then it wouldn't.
I think I would keep it a secret and just like prepare all my stuff.
I would say it vaguely.
The day of. I think I would put something on their calendars like way far in advance.
Cade's gonna die.
No, I wouldn't put that. But I would be like,
love you. On the day.
I would stress to them like, this day I need you to like. I don't care if you have school, if you have a test, if you have work, if you have whatever. Like the only thing I will ever ask you is that you are with me on this day. Mm-hmm. So if I ever say that to anyone,
I wouldn't want my family with me. I don't think.
No. See, and I think
I'm
would
kind of more like that, where I was like, I would probably tell them.
Do it by yourself.
I'd be like,
oh no, no, that's sad. Everyone.
Oh no, a bummer.
Stop it.
Oh,
no, because you're making me think about sad things. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think. I think I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go on a cruise by myself. I'll see you guys later.
I would. It's so hard because I would probably tell my parents like, this is what's gonna happen, just so that they can kind of prepare for it. Like, so then it's not as abrupt for them.
I could see.
I don't know.
I could see doing your last day alone if you had if I had my day with my family the day before.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
if it was like I have my perfect day with my family the day before, and then I'm like, hey everyone, it's 9 p.m. Everyone's getting ready to go home. Just want to give you all a preview of what's about to happen tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. It'd be like that episode of The Office where Michael Scott leaves.
That's
Jim is like, are we going to have lunch tomorrow? And he's like, yeah.
They're all both crying.
That's how I think I would want to do it, though.
I would agree with that. I wouldn't want it to be. I wouldn't want them there.
I would want to have a perfect day, but I wouldn't want to risk like dying in front of my family.
No, yeah, you don't want to do that.
I don't know. Mom, comment below.
very
if you're a family
complex.
member, tell me what you'd rather I do if I find out.
No, but I think I would tell.
I
I
honestly
think
am gonna ask my dad what he would.
I think I
prefer.
would tell certain people. Like I think my best friend, I would tell him, and like, but I don't think I would tell my family. Yeah, this is
I
getting
can't.
wicked bummer real fast.
So sorry.
She gets sick for 1 week and then comes back and decides to make everyone cry.
I had COVID and that's a bummer.
Anyways, should we move on?
I think so.
We probably should.
My eyes are filled with tears.
It's a little misty in here.
So by the way, I had that conversation with you.
Was it you?
We were walking out.
Okay, I was like, I am going absolutely insane because I swear I talked to someone in this room about it,
Yeah.
and I thought you said no.
So I didn't remember.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you started explaining it, and it's like,
Okay.
okay, yeah, this is what
I was
it
like,
definitely was
I-
the last episode.
I'm not crazy unless I have lived this day twice. I want to know, for the four of us here in the room, if you were casting a movie, who would you get to play each of the four of us?
Cute!
The three of us and producer Trant.
Okay, let me think.
I can go first if
Yeah.
that is helpful.
Yes.
So, for producer Trant, I thought a lot about it. I think I would go with like mid 90s, early 2000s Bruce Willis.
Oh.
This is gonna be really fun because
He's
don't know what I
he's looking at me with some confusion. But I think you're like he's like an actiony guy from Die Hard, but also from like The Sixth Sense. Like
There's layers.
yeah, like I think that is like the best one I could come up with that kind of like fit you as a person, but also like matched your aesthetic as well of having no hair.
People didn't know that.
Yeah, his identity is a secret.
Trent looks like Danny DeVito in case anyone needs to know.
Just like him. That's actually my casting for him, so
Was Danny DeVito?
yeah.
Jackie, do you know Nicole Byer? Do you know who that is?
What is she on?
She doesn't do a lot of acting, but that I know of really.
I
She's
think
a
I know
comedian.
who you're talking about.
She's a comedian. She was on The Good Place for an episode or two. Did you guys watch The Good Place?
Yeah.
So in the last season when they're like in the good place, but they're in like the mail room, she plays the mail lady.
She on
hosts a baking show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I have gotten that so many times.
I know. And I seem to recall that I've said something to you about it before, but like the way that you both laugh and your senses of humor align so perfectly. So she was who I thought of first for you, because like for that reason, just because I feel like she could nail your personality and like your sense of humor, just like dead on. So,
Thank you,
yeah.
Nicole. If you're out there, you have a job.
Honestly, yeah. Hit us up, Nicole.
No Bummers the movie.
Would love to have you on. Mo, I thought through a couple of different people, but the one that I landed on, I just spaced because Florence Pugh is the name that's coming to my mind, but it's not Florence Pugh.
Yeah, we both have like the frown.
What?
We're
Show
both
me your
sad.
face.
No, because Florence Pugh was one of the thoughts I had, but she's in Lady Bird.
Saoirse
Ronan.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan is who I landed on.
That's very flattering.
Is it?
I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay. I like Saoirse Ronan a
Yeah.
lot because she's funny. Like she's subtly funny, which is you.
Aw.
You're not as like out loud and funny like Jackie and I. And so because like Lady Bird, she's hilarious, but it's not like she's
so
like
funny.
cracking jokes the whole time. You know,
she's not as silly. She's like just
she's
just
not
funny.
as like slapsticky.
Yeah.
It's like much more. It's a higher form of comedy, which is I think where you reside.
Oh, that's so kind.
Jackie and I pluck the low hanging fruit,
Any chance we get, we're down there.
just picking those apples
Mm-hmm.
right off the
Aw.
bottom of the tree. So yeah, I'm mad I like spaced her name for a minute, but those were like the top two. As I was like Florence Pugh, Saoirse Ronan, but I think Saoirse Ronan would do a better job because I don't think Florence Pugh is as funny.
Yeah.
As like as skilled at comedy.
Yeah.
Because they're
Saoirse
both great
Ronan
actresses, but
is skilled with it. Like she
Wow,
because
that's so nice.
she's not being funny. Like she's not saying something funny, but you're like, that was funny. You
right.
know?
The way she does it, like
in
her
like Little
mannerisms.
Women, even like
Yeah.
I think she's so funny in Little Women.
She is. I love that movie.
So anyway, that's it.
What would you cast as yourself?
I don't know.
It's like the only one coming to mind is Zac Efron.
The only one, whoever the hottest man in the world
Dwayne
is
The Rock
that
Johnson.
year. No, I thought of like Ben Schwartz. He plays
I'm so bad with names.
Jean Ralphio in Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay.
He was one that I was like, yeah, kinda. Or like Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec, though, not Mario. Chris Pratt.
That'll be so interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested about it because they're both like funny. I don't know. It's hard to like do it for yourself. I feel like.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because like I never would have picked Saoirse, but when you explain it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but it was like, duh. Obviously, Saoirse Ronan. Like for all three of you, when I landed on the person, I was like, yeah, I feel good about that. So I don't know. For myself, it's hard because I feel like it would need to be someone who can do funny, but like could also do serious. I don't know.
I think
Kenan Thompson.
Chandler from Friends. I don't know his real name.
Matthew Perry. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
good one.
Absolutely, because he is like
I've
really
never seen
good.
Friends.
You've never seen Friends? Oh,
Do you like sitcom stuff or not really?
It's very
It
silly.
depends. I don't love like multicam sitcoms like that very much.
Then don't worry
you probably
about
wouldn't like it, but
it. But he is funny. He's the funniest
and
character.
he can like be like more serious. He can be like really really nice and like deep.
And he's
like
got a dry sense of humor.
yeah,
Which
and he's funny, but he's not mean. Like Ross
Well,
and
can't
Friends.
Play me then. Because
No.
I don't know, Morgan. I watched our episode from 2 weeks ago and I was like, I just like bullied Morgan for an hour.
What were you saying?
I didn't feel that way.
We'll talk
so.
after.
But like maybe Jackie won't agree, but like Ross and Friends, like he tries to be funny, but he's just like mean to the other characters. But like Chandler in Friends is like funny, but he's nice. You can tell
He's
that
still
he still
warm.
like cares about people.
Yeah.
He's got like a really great friendship with another guy in the cast, and he's
He
like
had-
nice to all the girls.
Yeah, he's
all the
developed
time.
a relationship with all of the characters. Where Ross, like I feel like even Chandler loves Phoebe like so much.
Right, Phoebe's like the weird eccentric girl.
Yeah, but I don't. Feel
I know.
like,
I mean, I know who they all are.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But I just haven't like watched the whole series.
I don't feel like Ross would really have a relationship with Phoebe, or like Joey necessarily. Like
if it weren't for everybody else.
Yeah.
But like Chandler is like very warm and like funny, and yeah, that's probably who I would cast
Wow.
for you.
Chandler
Thank you.
Bing,
Chandler Bing.
Who wants to go next?
Morgan.
I can just keep going, I guess.
Keep the good times going.
Obviously for Trent, Jason Momoa because of the obvious lookalike.
Oh. That long flowing hair.
Yeah,
Mhm.
obviously.
Keep the people guessing.
It's the Samoan tattoos.
Yeah, they really stand out.
Just walks around in an Aquaman costume all day, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
Jason Momoa is a good one.
Yeah. You like to do outdoorsy things. You're strong.
You
Strong.
look like a strong young pup.
Did you just call him strong? Yeah.
Cut.
Strong as we so often call him.
we lost him. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's really hard to bring him back.
I'm good.
Cry?
Yeah, who'd do that?
It's hard because there's so many women in comedy that like I love, so I want to say them, but they're like none of them are like light enough to be you.
That's so nice.
Like I was gonna say, oh my heck, the lady from Friends who's not Tina Fey or
Amy Poehler. The lady from Friends?
Or not Friends, Sisters. Sorry.
I was like,
that was very confusing.
Maya Rudolph?
Yes. Like,
she's a good one.
That came up first.
Very
but
good.
She's like pretty silly. She can be serious. Like
she does a lot of voices.
She's like
does a lot of voice work.
Like acts things out and is like very kind of like the slapsticky humor, like physical humor, which you do such a good job at. Like even when we were sitting down to record, you were like you were gonna smack my drink off the table. So that was like the first one that came to mind. But I feel like she's not even like maybe like bubbly
like
enough,
light enough
for you.
Yeah.
But that's like
airy enough.
Yeah, that's probably that was the one that first came to mind.
She's close.
Yeah,
though
that's probably the best I could get.
Thank you, Maya Rudolph, if you're out there.
Yeah,
you're up against what's
Nicole.
her name?
Nicole Friedman.
Nicole Byer.
Nicole Byers. I don't know the lady's last name.
Nicoletta Byer. Yeah, Maya Rudolph's good.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to mind. It's probably the best I can get.
What about for yourself?
Oh, for myself, obviously, Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
No, that was a joke.
I was like,
that was a joke because
I mean, I was like, okay.
we had a very big game night once that like quickly devolved, and at one point this girl just like stood up and started telling us our celebrity lookalikes, and she said I look like Mila Kunis, which I was like, that's very nice. No, I don't.
You do have like
kinda.
You're pretty and you have green eyes. That's how I would describe Mila Kunis.
Two words.
That's very nice.
Green, pretty.
The person.
Joke's on you. I was talking about Kermit the Frog.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
I can do the Kermit voice.
Do it.
I can't think of anything to say is the problem.
I think is good enough.
Maybe you can sing Shorty if you don't mind.
Shorty, I don't mind. Actually, okay, one time.
Was it Taylor Garner that used to do that?
Okay, that's what I'm gonna say.
Incessantly.
She and I were like obsessed with that Vine. We used to work at Costa Vida in the catering department. We had a 16-hour day once. We sang that nonstop, and our coworker, whose name I can never remember,
Kent.
Kent. Sorry, Kent. Don't mean to blast you, but he was like, for the love of God, will you please stop singing that song? And there was like,
Shorty,
there was a moment of silence, and then Taylor was like, Shorty, and he was like,
her timing is out of this world.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there was a solid 6 months probably where I could not see Taylor Garner without her saying that one time.
She's amazing.
At least one time.
But yeah, for me, I wouldn't pick Kermit. But I would
pick Beaker.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. But she's not very much like me, but I freaking love Kate McKinnon. I would want her to play me. I would be honored to have her play me.
We could just get the cast of the female Ghostbusters to do us for.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy. She should play me.
I love Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, actually,
I love all four of those women.
She should play my mom. I think she's a lot like my mom.
Kristen Wiig.
So cute.
Yeah.
Love her. Anyway, yeah.
Good
Sweet.
picks.
Morgan, I would say Kristen Bell.
That's so nice.
Thanks. Kristen Bell is super funny. But I feel like she can also do serious stuff too. So I feel like Kristen Bell would be good for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I love her so much.
I love her. I fell in love with her when she was on Ellen, and she was talking about her like sloth encounter.
Oh yeah,
it's
she
so
was so
funny.
cute.
Just the way she described, like, she's a really good storyteller, and I feel like you're a good storyteller as well. Caterade. I would say like Bill Hader, like for funny aspect, or like
I accept.
Or like Chris Pratt, like if there's a mixture of those two, because like
Chris Hader.
Yes, Bill Pratt.
Bill Pratt sounds like a professor.
I was just gonna say
Professor Bill Pratt.
Billiam Pratt.
William. Yeah, so I would say that. Probably. Have you guys seen Trainwreck? You have.
Yes.
John Cena from Trainwreck. Thanks.
No, absolutely not. No, but have you seen Trainwreck?
I think I turned it off. I don't like it.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
No, but Bill Hader is kind of more serious in that, but then also so funny. So I would probably lean more towards
like
Bill
it.
Hader.
Chapter 2, Bill Hader.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Trant. I'm trying to think.
It has to be someone who doesn't look like
Jason Momoa or
like Bob Saget. No, I don't know. Let me think for a second.
Kevin Hart.
Because you're more stoic.
Oh,
I feel.
That's such a fun word.
It's
a big
little word, but
it's a big word for Elmo.
You said I was using
sounding
legal
good.
jargon earlier.
Stoic is not a legal jargon.
Let me think.
Don't tell me about the law.
Don't talk
I've
to me
been-
about makeup.
I'm the one who's been watching court TV a lot lately.
You're right.
Trying to think. Because you're also like super, super nice. Because like most stoic people like don't seem as like warm, but you're pretty warm as well.
Jason Statham.
He's so silly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's got a good sense of humor.
Okay.
Maybe like The Rock or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he
Sorry, you're referring to Dwayne Johnson?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I will
Oh.
never stop calling him The Rock. I don't care what he says.
Yeah, I would say because
Does he not like being
have
The
you
Rock?
seen
Oh, I didn't know that.
what's the
Yeah, he
movie?
just wants
Game
to be known as
Plan?
Dwayne Johnson. What?
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting
The
you guys?
Tooth Fairy.
No, not the Tooth Fairy. Game Plan.
Game plan. Game plan.
Sorry, Morgan and I were doing our side podcast.
Oh, cool. So Trent, Dwayne The
It's all
Rock
about
Johnson.
Dwayne.
That is all.
And for you?
Oh, I don't know.
There are no wrong answers. I feel like yourself is the hardest one.
It is.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love if like Melissa McCarthy played me, but I don't know really what my vibe is. You know?
I think that would be a good one for you.
Have you ever deep fried a turkey?
I haven't.
Hmm.
Is that how you describe me? A deep fried turkey?
No, that's like one of the only episodes of Gilmore Girls I've ever seen. Is the one where
she's
the
a
deep fried
chef.
Thanksgiving. You know who I would get to play you? I would get a deep fried turkey to play you.
A bird carcass.
Not that you. He said, "Have you ever deep fried a turkey?" And you said, "Is that what you used to describe me? That I would deep fried turkey?"
Wait, what? That's not what I meant. No,
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
I have never described you to anyone as a deep fried turkey.
Just,
I only
think
have
of,
on the
like,
message
the
boards.
biggest Thanksgiving bird, but like fried in some oil. Like, that's how I would describe
No,
it.
one of the only episodes of Gilmore Girls I've ever seen is the deep fried turkey episode.
Send me a link.
Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
So sorry.
I just think I missed the punchline.
Can you just imagine if like someone's like, "Oh, what's she like?"
You're like a deep.
Have you ever eaten deep fried turkey? It's kind of like that.
She's just like
That's
that.
kind of the vibe. Kind of normal, but also kind of not normal at all.
Oh
She's
my
a
gosh.
classic, but a new take on a classic.
I'm laughing because she's laughing, people.
So sorry. Sometimes I just get
Something just tickles her brain, and she's like,
I just get like a scene going in my brain, and I'm like, that'd be hilarious. You meet someone, and they're like, I love my best friend. What's she like? She's like a deep fried turkey. Okay, sorry.
thank you.
It's a compliment.
Very
Sure,
good
for
question, Cade.
I wish Kathy Bates would play me in a movie.
She's pretty cool.
She can do it all.
She can. I just watched Blindside over the weekend, and
that's a
she's
good
in the
one.
Blindside.
That's one of my favorite bits from Modern Family is when they're talking about Blindside. Have you guys watched Modern? Oh. I just barely started watching it through for the first time, and there's this part where this is unimportant. Let's move on.
Tell us later.
It's not going to be funny if I am just like retelling a joke from a TV
I
show.
get that. I feel that pain where it's like I want them
This
to
is
like
so
think
funny
it's-
in my
yes.
brain, but it's not going to play.
It's
not going to
not
play.
gonna land. Yeah, I feel that way often. Okay, I want to know the weirdest dream you guys have had. I'll go first. One time I had a dream where I was asleep. Well, I was asleep
Were
for
you
the
asleep
dream.
or were you dreaming?
I was dreaming while I was asleep. A jack of all trades. Okay,
Wait.
sorry. How, Morgan? What is your question?
In your dream, you were asleep?
No, I was awake in my dream. I was asleep, and then I dreamed.
You were asleep IRL.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm understanding.
Awake in dreamland.
Anyway.
I didn't understand as well. So thank you for clarifying.
Okay, so you're awake in your dream.
Sorry, I just breathed into the mic really, really hard. Just cut it out. I was like...
Jackie, what's your topic?
I want to know the weirdest dream you guys have had.
Oh,
I'll
interesting.
go first.
Tell me about a time you were asleep.
One time I was asleep and I had a dream. And in my dream, my brother and I, for some reason, were having a sleepover, like in our bonus room, which is like a loft in our house. So this is all in the dream, just so everyone follows. So then my brother was like, Jackie, quickly run down and get me a Go-Gurt. I'm like, would love to. I go downstairs, get a Go-Gurt. I come back upstairs. I see my brother, and he's like had a run-in with the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh my gosh.
It's terrifying.
That is scary.
And then she's like asking him to do something. He's like, oh, heck no, Wicked Witch of the West, Witched Witch. And she like gets some of her monkeys, take him out of the knees. Then he's laying down on the ground, head in between the door frame and the door. She's just slamming the door on his head. But like not hard, but it's just like bonk.
She's like,
bonk.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Yes. And I was like, please stop. And then she's like, you're next. You know? Really scary.
And where was the Go-Gurt?
In my paw.
She'll get there when she gets there.
No, I won't. Because I don't know where it went. So, anyway. That was mine.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I couldn't help them.
I just
She
didn't
was
know if you
surrounded
were
by
gonna,
monkeys.
like, defeat her. Or...
Oh, absolutely not. I was just like, Eric, I really hope you make it out.
Well, it's good to know. I'll not call you for any witch-related pickles I find myself in.
She's probably for the best. I'll just have like a handful of like warm Go-Gurt. And I'm like, I don't know.
I can't help.
I got you your Go-Gurt.
Like, whenever you're done in this situation, I have your warm Go-Gurt over here. Anyway. So that was mine, Morgan.
Mine this is when I was really young, and I had a dream that me and my oldest sister Jessica were both dressed like witches, and for some reason,
A lot of witch talk tonight.
there is a lot of witch talk tonight. I don't know why. Anyway, so for some reason with our witch costumes, we had like fake prosthetic arms on. So we were like, oh my gosh, so funny. We'll just like pretend to chop our arms off. I don't know why we were doing that. I was really young when I had this dream. So we're like pretending to cut each other's arms off. And then I cut my sister's fake arm off, but it was actually her real arm. But I was so little, I didn't know like what it would look
What
like
to do?
if you cut someone's arm off.
What the
So
innards would
it
look like.
looked, in my dream, it looked like cooked hamburger meat, because that's like
I mean, you were working with what you knew.
yeah, that was like my introduction to
She's
You're-
I've
you're
had
like,
hamburger helper. It can
That's
only
the
be-
inside of a cow. I'm probably not too different.
that's probably what it is. And so like when I chopped her arm off, like all this cooked hamburger meat fell out. It was cooked. I don't know why.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
And then her hand turned into the hamburger
And
helper hand.
She was in my dream. She was like crying, and she was like, "Why would you cut off my arm?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"I thought
why
we were
did
having a
you?
great time doing this, because I thought it was her prosthetic fake arm that all witch costumes have, obviously." And then it was so real to me when I was young that I like when I woke up the next morning, I like ran out to my dad, and he probably was so confused because I was like, "Dad, when Jessica left
we
for
need
school,
to look at Jessica's arm.
I was like, did she have both of her arms?" And he was like, "Yeah."
As far as I could tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
he was like, "Are you okay?" Yeah.
Pretty sure she would have
did."
told me if she did it.
And I was like,
Would
I
you
had
tell
a
me
dream.
if my arm was missing?
I was like, I had a dream that I cut her arm off and all this hamburger fell out. And he was like, "Okay, go back to bed."
Here's a Pop-Tart. Go back to bed.
Yeah. And that's like, I'm sure I've had probably weirder dreams, but that has like stuck
Stuck
with
with
me
you.
for, I'll never forget that dream.
I know I have weird dreams all the time, but that
Yeah.
Wicked Witch one, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah.
It was just like very vivid.
And I feel like dreams when you're a kid, they're just so weird because you like have like a hard time recognizing that it wasn't reality. Like I really thought I cut my
Right.
sister's arm off. Crazy.
Maybe you did, and she just didn't want to tell you to make you feel bad.
She's had a prosthetic this whole time.
Never know.
Everyone's
Take a
like,
good
"Don't
look
tell
next
Aunt
time."
Mo."
Every night when she clicks it off, she thinks about that fateful night.
When all of her hamburger helper fell out of her arm.
When it's meant to stay in your arm.
Ah, curses.
Blast.
Cade?
Like something about me is I don't dream that much. Or well, I guess I shouldn't say I don't. I don't remember them. I'm trying to think if there's one like that from when I was a kid, because I'm sure I like did a little bit more when I was a kid, right? I don't know. I just like it's so interesting to me because everyone always talks about their dreams. I'm like, I basically die for 8 hours and then I wake up.
That's
and
amazing.
that's it.
I would rather have that happen to me.
But I'm sure I do because like
Everyone
you kind of have to,
dreams,
right?
but
And like
yeah.
I do know I have dreams, but one I had, this was actually pretty recent. It was maybe like a month or two ago. But I had a dream that, so I served a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Thank you.
I had a dream that me and my older sister both got like phone calls that we needed to go back out and serve a mission again. And I remember freaking out, and I was like, not just freaking out for myself because I was like, well, I have like a house, like I have a job, I have like all of this stuff that I need to like take care of. But I was like, my sister has kids. She's got 4 kids.
Oh my
Oh, your
god.
older sister?
My older sister. And so I just remember freaking out because I was like, that's obviously like never gonna happen. But I just remember in the dream being like, what? Where's this coming from? Why is this happening?
Why do I have to do it?
Yeah, like what's going on? Like, can I don't know. This just feels weird.
That would
Are
be
you
crazy.
Yeah.
But that's like literally the only thing I can remember at all.
Hmm.
So again, science.
I used to write my dreams
You can
down like right when I woke up.
Tap into this noggin right here. Put some nodes on my head while I sleep. Because yeah, I don't like I say, I'm sure I do dream, but the Wicked Witch did not slam my brother's head in a door while I went to go fetch Gogurt.
Consider yourself lucky. Because I could do nothing to help him.
I was powerless. You didn't even try to like squirt the Gogurt on her.
I didn't have control over Dream Jackie. She had a mind of her own.
She was too.
I was just watching it happen. She's surrounded by those.
Powerless.
Yeah, she's surrounded by those monkeys. Like, what's a girl to do?
Yeah, fair.
I'll tell you what she won't do is help her brother.
So sorry, Eric.
Sorry, love you.
You ever catch yourself in a witch-related
incident? Call
Do not call Jackie.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for listening or watching. We really appreciate it. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and rate and subscribe if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We'll be back at you next Tuesday. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.